There we go. Alrighty, guys, welcome back to the 19th week and the SFC. You got some annotations going on, but the finale week of our project development course in the programming language of Python. It is the 19th week, nearly 5-month mark where we have done so much, and we have reached the final weeks of our January through May Tech Bytes programs. You guys might remember in January, we started off with a complete new set of programs: algorithm programming, product development, Pack Central, we had video gaming hour, and all those programs are now coming to an end, but no need to fear. We have in the past couple of weeks revealed our new programs for the summer. A lot to be excited for about, but today's gonna be the last day of our product development. We're gonna be going over our progress, looking at the milestones we have achieved, and talking about the future and what lies ahead. So without any further ado, as always, thank you so much for coming out here, as always, guys. But now we gotta get started off with some stuff Lavdy and I are sharing, and of course, the usual meme wars. As we were discussing before we got started, guys, Lavdy and I yesterday have graduated from high school, from Conan High School, and are now headed off to college. Will be going to the University of Illinois at Chicago, USC, majoring in computer science. Of course, it should be inferred by now. A little picture from graduation day yesterday. And the meme is going to be graduation related today as well. Saying, we got Matt Damon right here saying, I would like to thank the internet, Google, Wikipedia, Microsoft Office, and Copy and Paste for helping me get through these 4 years. And that has been for sure the story. And you guys will probably experience that even more, seeing the impact technology has on an everyday basis. These things are quite crucial. And now no more. I don't know. We'll see when the summer programs start up what our headline will be. We'll see what happens then. But until then,
it seems like you have your hands full there.
Yeah, quite literally, I do. My grandparents and parents were there, so it is all coming to an end.
Right, and here's my graduation picture. I, just like Ryan, graduated yesterday, and I'll be going to U of I for computer science and graduating in 2025 from there.
Oh, you were near Oberweis ice cream shop?
Yeah, it's like Lavdy graduates.
Oh, yeah.
Lavdy and Ryan are going to graduate from high school in 2025, and me and most of us here are going to graduate on high school in 2025.
Yeah.
Lavdy.
Just one step ahead. Just one
Lavdy
step ahead.
Them classy graduation robes.
Yeah.
Okay, but they actually feel so good.
They look like wizard robes. They look like wizard robes.
Like, our graduation robes.
Wait, I was there yesterday. I was at Town Square. Wait, when did you take this photo?
Like 4:30, 5.
Oh, I was there at like 6.
Okay. Yeah.
I could have seen you. I was at that exact place at like 6.
Oh man. Well, but my meme is mom says you won't get a job by staying on your computer all day. Well, programmers, we basically stay in front of our computers all day, and
yeah, just like I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Ryan wins this time.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, we'll call the drivers.
Yeah, this one is kind of dull. Sorry.
Yo, okay, all right.
I think it's a tie.
Lavdy may have won the other battles, but she didn't win the war.
A tie today. A tie is what it looks like. It's been a long 19 times 238 memes we've had over product development and algorithm programming. So let's do the switch up. Maybe we'll see what competition we got going. Maybe a math war or a quote war. We'll see, something like that. Who can share the coolest fact? We'll see something like that in the summer to come about. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this mini series going on.
Wait, Lavdy, can you put the college name in the chat? I forgot.
Yeah. UIUC.
Lavdy may have won the balls before, but Rihanna won the war. The war is no matter, right, Chase? All right. Well, that is a quick little update going on what's going on in our lives. But now let's get towards what we're going to be concluding with today and some of the future with the summer. So a quick recap about the summer. You guys already know, should have this hammered down by now, of our programs. Starting on June 8th, the Tuesday, we're going to get started off with MIT App Inventor. We're going to be creating some actual apps on the website, looking at how we can combine block code with user interface and being able to actually deploy and test those apps. So stay excited for that. We got web development validate. It's going to mirror algorithmic programming, but instead of working with Python, we're going to be learning a new language called JavaScript. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot more fun working with actual products. And then every single Wednesday, we web project development, where we're going to be creating a new project with JavaScript, new languages, which you guys learn about more, HTML and CSS, and seeing how we can combine these 3 files in order to make a cool website and more projects, less like project development. Now, we have at the library covered JavaScript a lot last year. This is before Labdi was with the Tech Bytes team. So if you guys do want to get an early start, highly recommend the next week and a half break we got coming up with Tech Bytes. If you guys want to go over, check out some websites, get yourself familiarized with how we type stuff. And you guys will remember how the concept will stay the same, but the typing is the only thing which will change. And then, of course, what would Tech Bytes be without our video gaming hour every other Thursday coming together to play? And hopefully in the summer we can start to do some maybe once in a while. Maybe we can do one in-person video gaming hour, something like Pokemon Go. I know Joe was talking about. Could be a fun in-person event. So stay tuned for all that. June 8th. But today, let's finish off project development.
And the timing will be 1 to 2. That's a bit of a change from what we usually have from 4:30 to 15:30. We'll keep 1 to 2 so that you guys can enjoy the afternoon, evenings, and go outside, actually bike around, have fun. But yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I was about to type in chat that I had school, but that
What?
wasn't.
Yeah,
that
that's
wasn't
cool.
fun.
Summer school. Oh,
You got summer school, Rishi?
right?
Yep. That
Yeah,
goes until
same.
2:30, I believe. But
Yeah, I am
I
not
just-
open from 1 to 2.
yeah, but I have like one class, so I'll probably be finished.
I have like sports, like summer school sports during that time. So
Wait, what's the timing for sports?
it's up to like 3 or 3:30.
Ooh.
So like I think a better time would be between like 3 and 6. Somewhere in between that range.
I'm free anytime, so I got nothing.
I think
going.
like the
Class
same
time?
timing would be nice, or like 4 to 5.
Yeah, because usually around 12 to 1 I eat lunch. Maybe I could just eat lunch and also code. Yeah.
Yeah. It's learning to multitask. The only reason we're going earlier, guys, is because summer, and our main goal is to free up the rest of the day so that not only are we bound, but you guys aren't bound as well, because summer you got many more hours from the top to the bottom, right? So that's just the main goal. So I don't know. Ayush, what sport are you playing?
First trimester, I think it's tennis
Oh, okay.
and soccer next semester. Second
I'm
semester.
doing
is
good
soccer.
too, so that's good.
I think tennis will be in the spring for you guys.
Yeah,
so-
but for summer school, the summer school camp is.
And yep, just like Joe said, all the Zoom links will be updated in the Google Classroom. All of us here are already good. So just stay tuned for that. You guys will see a little bit of a renovation going on there in terms of how stuff is organized. But you'll find everything just the usual right there.
So is this time solid or is it changeable as of now?
So it's been 2 weeks now. We've set it's been pretty solid because the library website has been updated. Ayush.
So this will be at 1 to 2 for sure. So
Yeah.
some of us won't be able to join. Okay.
Yeah. So if it'll always be recorded, and if you ever get home earlier, you can join midway through, whatever the case might be. We'll always be here, or shoot us a message on Google Classroom if you have a question. We can set up an extra time outside, find something like that, if anything like that. So everything will be available in the Google Classroom. There's a question about that. And just be sure to sign up for the first time though on the Schaumburg Library's website. So we got you guys in the system, but other than that, you guys should be good with our Google Classroom. But now let's get towards finishing off why we're here today. And of course, being with our project, which we've been working on for the past couple of weeks, of population simulation. We have come a long way over the past 4 weeks, and now it is time to bring this to a wrap. As a quick recap, you guys know what we were doing. This simulation with people. We are seeing what's been going on with them. We got an initial population with a lot of people, seeing how random events and experiences affect them in order to see who will be surviving the longest.
Right. And what we did last week, we basically created this evaluate function with a lot of debugging, of course, but we looked at all of the health of everyone we had in an array, and we saw who survives and who doesn't based on a bunch of conditionals based on their health, what they've been going through, events that they experience, and all of that.
Yep, and now we are at the at the final week. And the final goal is for today going to be to finish the project out. And the way we're going to do that is step number 5, which we have documented the first week, seeing who has survived, printing all that information out, and then ending today with a quick recap about the progress we have made and talking about our future skills and what to plan with that. So without any further ado, let's finish off the first task of this project. Let's start coding.
I see Avanish has already posted the link to today's
Yeah.
code.
That is the correct link. Thank you, Avanish. And as everybody is loading onto the replay, a quick recap of the progress we have made. We start off with some simple import statements. We created our class about a person. Remember all that. We learned about different functions. Anybody remind me what type of function is this in the class? Remember we learned about 2. Which one is this?
Accessor.
Exactly. And then, for example, this change COVID status is a
Mutator.
exactly, Chase. Yep. We learned about how accessors are used to access information. The mutators are used to change instance variables about people. And then we started to create our people, our population. We created 100 different people, a bunch of information about them, their age, their gender, their economic status, COVID status, all that good stuff. And then last week, we spent a lot of time working on the events function. We had 10 days simulating, although not 100% realistic. For a time, it's the most realistic we can get, but definitely the thing with product development in general is that Lavdi and I, we set up the basis for you guys. These projects have a bunch of more progress which you can make and stuff you can add. You know, Rishi, for example, and call you out, the print example we had on Monday, the algorithm programming, it was literally just supposed to be a print, which is why we had 3 minutes allocated towards it. But you know, if you want to go ahead and add 10 for loops, 10 conditionals, 10 booleans to it, go ahead. It's totally up to you. But it shows you that these products always have a bunch more cool things which you can add. So that's the events function. Last week, we started to work on the evaluate the people status. This is how we're changing what's happening with them. We're using their health to determine that if they're very healthy, then they are going to survive the next day. And that has brought us towards the end of the Darwinism idea of survival of the fittest, step number 5, seeing who is the last group of people standing. And this is probably going to be the quickest and the easiest step because we've done all of the heavy lifting. The class was definitely a bunch of code. We can see we created all those functions. The creating population is done as well, and the evaluation along with the events. Now all that is left for us to do is create a function which will print out to us who has survived and tell us about their name and their age, stuff like that we want to see about them. So one last time in Python, let's create a function. Quick sneak peek of JavaScript. To create a function, you don't use def, you use function. So let's see who remembers that in the coming weeks. So let's do it. So define our function, we'll say def print stats.
Parentheses, colon.
Yep, that will be necessary too. And parentheses, colon. Thank you, Avanish. And now all we got to do is find some information about the people who have survived. This is going to be a function which we're going to call at the end of the 10 days. Now, if I want to get information about everybody from our list, what would make sense to loop over? I just used the word. Okay, to go over everybody in our array. What would be a good technique to use?
For loop.
Exactly. Now, Avanish, remind us why.
Because you want to see like how many times does it repeat over the array, and now like we're looking at the names.
Yep. So since we know how long our array is, we already have a length defined.
Yeah.
And we will be using it as for loop, the survive population array, because that's the one with the most updated and healthiest people. So that's what we're going to use. So we're going to say for x in range of the length of however long our survive population array is. And remember that survive population, is that a local or a global variable? Anybody remember this is a concept going way back?
Global is when the variable applies to all parts of the code.
Exactly. So since this array is not being defined inside of a function, it's being defined outside, right? That makes it global. So we got to make sure that we say global survive population in order to use it. And now we can start printing out and seeing what's going on with our population. So we can do something like print. We can say information about the fittest of the fittest, something like that. And then we can use some of our functions which we made. So if I want to get information about the people, I'm not changing anything. Which one of the functions would I use from the class? The accessor or the mutator?
Accessor.
Exactly. So we can say the person we're currently looking at in our survived population array. And then we can use, I think we got something called dot get, oh, it's not filling in. Okay, there we go. Get person name. And then what we can do is probably, we can print out something like this. So we can say print, we can do, so since our for loop will start at the 0th position, right, 0th index, we can do the
I want to
first.
start at 1.
Yep, so we can say x plus 1, and then person information, something like that. And this will show us all the information about the people. And then we can print out, so we got their name. What else can we do? We can do their, so their COVID status. I mean, if they had a bad COVID status, if they had COVID-19, chances are that they aren't surviving, actually. That's a fact, because we have changed their health status to be a 1. We can do their health. We can print out their.
I think you don't want to do like the more detailed one just for now. You do like the more generic one, like the age and the COVID status, because COVID is like very important right now. Maybe you want to make it true to life, like regarding today.
Sure, okay, so we can do get the person's age, and then we can do their COVID status too. We'll probably see a pattern in the COVID status, because if the people are surviving to this point, chances are that their health was a 3, I believe, in our scale, right? Yep. All right, and that is pretty much everything required for this stats function to see who has survived.
Wait, for the COVID status, we could change it that if you get COVID, it randomizes between 1 or a 2. So that like it's not always a 1 if you get COVID.
Okay, yeah, so for sure that's
Because you could get a mild case of COVID.
Yeah, so the only thing with that, Ayusha, though, we based our project off a yes or a no. We didn't add like a middle for like the status. That's something you could definitely do, but in this case, it's just if you got COVID, your health's not gonna be that well. It's gonna deteriorate. We're saying, is that fine?
Yeah, that should be fine.
All right, so now the last thing is we just got to figure out where to print this out. So what would be most ideal? We got, our events for loop going on, telling us information about each day. Would it make sense for me to put this all the way inside? So we'll do 3 positions. Would it be best to put it outside of the for loop, inside the first, or inside the second? Will make sense?
I think outside the first one,
Why do you think that, Avnish?
because I feel like it'll get kind of complicated if you put one inside of another. Maybe if you want to make it like outside, it's gonna be like the top of everything.
Anybody else have any ideas? Amelia? Chase, any ideas?
It's not chase, it's chess.
Chess. He's always one step ahead, right, Chase? All right.
No, I'm actually terrible at chess.
Well, so Avnish, you are correct. We're going to place it outside of both of our for loops, and that is because sort of that idea of not only being organized, but also we want to see who has survived after the 10 days of the Hunger Games have elapsed, right? So I'm trying to make sure that we indent this correctly. Okay, yeah, so that should be right there. And we can just call print stats. One last time, add those open and close parentheses. Now let's see this run. So I think we still got the print statements in for our events function, so we're probably going to see a lot of things being printed out. So all those events, and then there we go. We got information about the fittest right here. The first person information, her name's Tyra. She's 55 years old. And then she didn't have COVID, right? A second person, Oluwu.
Like, can you please just spam the run button until one of our names pop us? I want to see what happens.
Okay, let's see. Let's make a guess. Everybody in the chat right now, put a number. How many times will I have to hit run before one of our names that comes in? Going 9,
5.
10,
5.
5, Chase, okay. I'll go 4.
I'll go 15.
15.
Who's going to go 3? Who's going to go 3? Someone's going to say 3.
Wait,
Last hand.
I said 1,578.
Well,
whose
let's
name
see.
do you guys think will come first?
I don't think they would run it that
Oh,
many times.
Sohan. Okay.
Uh,
Well, that's number 1. Number 2, we got more people, but none of our names. Yeah, 2. Nope, 3. 4. And that is 5. Nope. 6.
So basically, if Labdi loses, I win.
7.
Ooh, is between Ayush and Lobby.
8. 9. 10.
Ooh, 10. Avnisha's lost.
That is 11. That is 12.
Amelia
Amelia
lost.
lost.
That is 13.
I think I'll go more than 15. Wait, there's
It's me or-
Liam. I saw Liam. Liam is Chase's brother.
14.
That doesn't count.
Avani. Ooh, Avani.
No.
Oh, that was 15 right there. Wow.
Wait,
So
wait,
basically,
can
I
you
just
Can
win.
you
Just say
just
that we all
can you
lost.
just manually?
No,
make it
because I
so-
put 1,578.
Yep. So
Wait, Ryan, can you manually make it?
Technically, I just
like-
win.
Can you manually make it only one array filled with only our names, so it's certain only one of us gonna have it?
Yeah,
Instead of
Ryan.
doing it from 1,000 names.
Yeah, delete the rest of the names.
Yeah, just for now.
okay, let's see.
Let's see who survives from
It's not going to be Lobby.
keep like 15 other than us.
No, just delete all of them except us.
Okay.
All of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now let's see who survives in our Tech Bytes world. We got Rishi, Lavdi, Avanish, Amelia, and Chase.
Let's go.
Keep
I
doing
don't
it
even
until someone
exist.
has COVID.
Avdi, Drake, Ayush.
Yay.
Joe surviving this time too, and I did as well. 98 years old. Oh my gosh.
Joe.
Lavdi, 35.
Hello, Sunny Boy. I'm 88 years old.
Hey, I'm 51.
29. Rishi, 57.
I will die laughing if we all live to be this old, too.
You'll die laughing.
No pun
Fine.
intended.
Wait, why is there two
I
chases?
mean, Ryan's only
Wait, there's
29
two
in this one.
chases. There's two chases.
Huh, maybe I name my son Chase.
Is that a bug or something?
No, it's predicting that when I get older, I will name my son Chase.
That, or it's probably because we have the function we're using. It's likely that the name can get chosen again since we're not discarding the name.
Oh.
Yeah.
How about we only shorten it? Wait, can you make it so the COVID status, the possibility of COVID gets higher?
Why do I
Why?
Avnish?
That is something definitely.
Oh,
That's an extension idea of Avanish, but definitely something which we can add. But we have seen that it looks like Ayush's name has been there all 3 times, along with Alabi was there too before. Okay, well, Ayush pretty fit, looks like, and set for.
Well, I wasn't there the first time.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks like all of us 2 to 3 times then. But
I'm
with
the fittest. Oh, yeah, I'm 4.
Yep.
I'm 3.
Nice. Well, guys, that brings us till the end of this 4 to 5 week project of working on a population simulation. It's an idea with the programming language of Python, the use for simulations, simulating data on a much larger scale. Right now, what we're doing is a minuscule level of what Python is actually used for in terms of computing, analyzing data. It's an everyday basis. And on this project, we used a bunch of great skills we learned from the previous project as well regarding classes, objects, functions, parameters, more variables, loops, all of that good stuff, and putting our algorithmic programming skills to the actual test when making projects. Hopefully you guys enjoy this project as well. Looks like we just lost somebody, but keep in mind that this is going to be how we're going to do stuff in the summer, but moving to a new language, much more fun things to come about with that. The link, if you ever got lost, will be up in the Google Classroom. But for one last time, that is a wrap on a final project in Python.
Congrats, you guys all graduated from Tech Bytes
Yeah.
spring program.
We got to do a Tech Bytes graduation this summer if we can. Well, with Tech Bytes product
You
development,
should take a screenshot of the meeting.
Yeah.
hopefully, I think by July we'll talk with Joe people. I think we'll be hopefully get something going where you guys can come in. We'll do, I don't know, pizza party or something like that. Hopefully, we can do something like that. That should be fun with you guys. But now the future.
Yep. So basically, before we go on to the future, a recap of 5 months. Can you guys imagine? 5 months we've been doing project development in the language of Python. And what we worked on 4 projects in total. We started with Mastermind, the game that we started by showing you how the finished version, and then us creating the game in like Python, and then tic-tac-toe with GUI, so with a graphical user interface where you could press on buttons instead of just consoling your choices. That was really cool. And then we did the advanced quiz game where we got introduced to the idea of classes and objects, which we then applied to the population simulation, which we finished today. Now, the skills we picked up, well, live debugging is an always. We did that basically, I think, every session, and that's a must if you want your code to be flawless at the end. Not only live debugging, but we also did a lot of problem solving where we needed to think about how we would be able to do a task, like use a for loop, do a conditional, use what kind of variables, what kind of for loops, all of that cool stuff. Now, number 3, pronouncing terms correctly. It's GUI. And
No, we need to call it GUI.
Oh yeah, remember Guava script?
oh yeah,
I'm bringing that one with.
And then finally, Python modules like tkinter, and then the random module, and so much more. Now we learned a lot of syntax, terms, and concepts, and we basically learned this language of Python in a beginner to an intermediate level. We left you guys on a phase where you guys can now look at tutorials on your own, just Google stuff, watch Indian dudes with thick Indian accents write Python and then teach you how to write Python, but you guys will understand what arrays are, variables are, loops are, and you guys will be able to follow along with those YouTube tutorials now.
Yep. And for those of us, I know we have some high school incoming freshmen too. You guys are set up for success now in or will be more, even though when we start summer programs with for AP computer science principles or introduction, you guys should be ahead of the pack. You guys can just be like, oh, Tech Bytes crew covered us. You guys got this. So everything should be good.
I just reran the code. It doesn't look good for Drake. He only lived to be 19.
Oh my god.
Guys, can you tell us what after you spammed who got COVID?
Doesn't say anyone got COVID. Oh wait.
Well, Trace, as you're checking up on that,
There will be a 0 or a 1.
Well, a 0 or a 1.
0 means you don't get it. 1 means you got it.
What happens if someone has a 2? Oh wait, no, that's not right.
What?
I think something might have gone wrong. Is that, or I'm reading it wrong? I think I'm reading it wrong. No, it doesn't look like anyone got COVID this time.
Well, you guys can keep on fiddling around with that on your Discord calls. But here's a quick little recap of what we're going to be doing as the summer's coming up with the future, guys. You guys know what we're doing in the summer. The program's already set about. You can sign up for them on the library website, so be sure to do that. Anything with Tech Bytes, you guys should have your name enrolled in that. Get ready to transition to a new language. We've been talking about it, teasing it for a couple of weeks now. We talked about it a bunch this semester, this first January through May as well, called JavaScript. Going to website format, creating more physical products, so stay tuned for that. Also, stay tuned for an in-person summer hackathon, which we're planning coming up in August, an in-person event where you guys come together, we code, we attend workshops, look at some cool products which we can make with other people. You socialize, there's food, there's a lot of fun, so stay tuned for that. And then most importantly, all this is cool, but enjoy the summer. I know a lot of us are transitioning to high school, some of us just going from 7th to 8th, 5th to 6th, or 6th to 7th, where the case might be. Make the most of it. It only comes once, and as you get older, you realize that you really want to maximize the time and not be consumed in just one thing the whole time. So make the most of it, go outside, make some memories, and hopefully more things to do now that COVID-19 restrictions are going down as well. And get vaccinated. I think most of us here are eligible to get vaccinated, so if you are interested, definitely do that too, and be safe. But other than that, it's going to bring us till the end of a project development journey.
Yep.
Well, see you all at JavaScript.
Before you guys go, if we won't be able to see you on June 8th because of summer school and everything, just remember in high school and middle school, everywhere you go, you may think that the days are long, but the years are short. So make sure you live every day like you are going for a goal that you have set in your mind. But yeah, see you guys June 8th.
Yep. So for me and a lot of you guys, thank you so much for being here with us for the past 5 months. Whether you attended a couple, this group of people, all you guys have been here for the whole 5 months, and this is a special group of people. So if I know we got stuff going on, but if you can, definitely come about in the summer as well. Well, Lobby and I would love to see you there. But enjoy this next week off. I think we have video gaming hour. That's the only thing for next week, nothing too coding related. But then June 8th, just start off with the new programs. Guys, take care. Look at you guys on the next one.
Thanks. See ya. Bye.